And so I remember the warning that the Lord of the great husbandman off who cuts off every branch that does not bear fruit and casts it into the fire, according to John 15 verse 2. Because their actions bear only the fruits of wickedness, they have disqualified themselves from the position of trust. They have built their conspiracy on the sand of lies, and as the storm of investigation rises, their house of deception will have a great and total fall. God says, I should say, I am not afraid, for I know that my word is rooted in the vine of truth. I leave their judgment to the Almighty and to the laws of this kingdom, for nothing hidden will not be revealed, and nothing covered will not be brought to light. It also says here that the talents I carry, the truths captured in my records, and the evidence in my videos will speak for themselves. Every tree is known by its fruits, and the fruits of their work is deception, coercion, and shedding. Of innocent blood, and also falsely accusing the righteous. I present the talents of my video as evidence of my testimony against the conspiracy of the unfaithful. While management and team leaders have worked together in covenants of lies, my fruit is the truth. I declare that the branch of exploitation in this care home is being cut off by the hand of justice, for it bears only the fruit of death and fear. A final word of strength would be, the foundation of truth. I stand like the wise builder, founding my testimony on the rock of truth. Though the storms of false accusations and exploitations blow against me, my house shall not fall. Like Zacchaeus, I have climbed above the crowd of intimidation to be seen by the light of justice. And I expect restitution for every right that was stolen from me through assaults, modern slavery, coercion, threats, and professional sabotage. You wanted to professionally incriminate me into something I had no idea about, that would have led to prison time to cover up for your own negligence. I will not bury my voice in fear like the unfaithful servants, but God will use my story to bring light to the darkness of modern slavery, knowing that the door of justice is open to those who stay prepared. And that's what I'm going to end my video with. Thank everyone for seeing my videos. I know the authorities are looking at my videos. I know important personalities are also watching my videos. I'm documenting the truth because I have nothing to hide. I came to work. I was a diligent worker. I came to work 30 minutes early, had no confrontation with anyone, had no issues with anyone, even when I would be physically assaulted by staff and residents. I did my job well with due diligence. There was no reports. The first time I made the report to the police was when I was called in after telling 3 managers that I was assaulted the previous night. What they would call me to say on the phone would be that I've been suspended over a physical altercation with the said resident that attacked me. I had to pick up a dictionary to look, what does physical altercation mean? Because I just don't want to be mumbo jumbo, you know. I wanted the direct facts of whatever was said. And physical altercation, if I can check it now, means they were implying I fought with that man. And as soon as I heard those words, physical altercation with the resident, I cut the call and I called the police to record my own truth, because I find that most of these incidents were staged to provoke me so they could say, oh, she's violent, oh, let's get this into her DBS. There were just so many malicious attempts at me for no good reason, very unprovoked attacks against someone, even breaking my teeth through a chemical substance. Till now, if you notice, when I talk, I know I don't speak the best English, but when I talk, it's like a lot of saliva is stored up in my mouth because I have a broken teeth. So you don't expect it to be as normal as this part. That's, you know, everything is normal on this part, but this part, there's something that affects the way I speak now. I kept these incidents in my heart till they took it further. They took the harassment to another level by trying to falsely incriminate me for something that could have carried a life sentence, because I did my own research. People that have been blamed for negligence, something that involved the death, how many years do they get in prison? The minimum I've seen is 17 years. I'm 25, or I was 24 then. If I didn't take the right efforts to call the police, document things, report to ACAS, and the other incidents that I will find out, the other atrocities that were done to me that I will later find out recently, after a lot of prayers, a lot of, you know, it was more like a lot of things were done to me at a job that were just criminal. They had no reason to do that. And I kept on wondering, like, is it because of race? But like I've said, a lot of people are trying to me. Nobody just sees me and starts to attack me on the streets or even at home. No one has done that. When it led to physical assaults, that's when I knew, like, this is damned culture. And this shouldn't be happening in the UK or in the care sector. Because why would I come to a job and I'm scared for my life? Before I go, I remember, because I work every 9 p.m. Most of my shifts were from 9 p.m. unless if I was choosing another voluntary shift during the day, meaning like picking up shifts. I will come in at the entrance of the door. Before I get to the door, I'm already praying that God, every spirit of attack, I'm praying Psalm 91 over my day, my shift, that God, every spirit of attack, anyone trying to attack me, it got that serious. I had to pray before I reached those dates, because I don't know what is waiting for me. I've been attacked up to several times, more than five assaults, never been recorded, never been offered medical aid, never been given a day off because of those injuries. Instead, I will be called in for the injuries. Isn't that labor exploitation? When my legs, people saw me limping, my legs were swollen, I couldn't wear shoes, I was kicked, I was hit on my arm, bruises, with clear visible bruises. I wanted to go home, I wasn't allowed to. So it was so bad. And this team leader will emotionally manipulate me that the man used to walk on his own, but now his health is failing. That's not an excuse for assault that you instigated and you covered up against an innocent worker. I just came to work. Why would you incite a vulnerable person to do that if you're not just a vile human being? I saw all these things. I kept quiet because honestly, I just felt like it's one of those things at a job, but I knew it was wrong and I was calling it out. I didn't just let it slide. I was calling it out softly. But these things will be swept under the carpet for them to later manufacture a narrative and try to force something on me that I didn't see. Something as serious as someone passing. Judge for yourselves. If you are being accused, or your child is being accused for witnessing something that might have led to the death of someone else, and you don't, that child has no one else but God to defend them, what would be your judgment? Would you think this criminal conspiracy is fair against an innocent girl that was just working, that's a diligent worker, had no issues with anyone, even with the obstacles, the persecution, the assaults? I had no issues with anyone. I was still calm till they tried that. even denied me trainings. It's just a lot to say. And right now, I believe the government is involved, because I've mentioned so many people. I've spoken to the police several times, and I'm sure they're on my case. And I'm sure the truth of the matters at hand will come to light, because this is a great kingdom. It never happens. So why would my case be the exception? And also, I also believe my own case will be the exception for justice. I'm not saying there's no justice. There is justice, but of this gravity, I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it, of like this kind of act. Even in third world countries, I've never heard of this. I don't know why I should be accounting for something I didn't see. A very serious incident I didn't see. I did not have a duty of care that minute towards that person. And the people that were there, the prime witnesses, were protected. And I was the one that was now brought in to be blamed, while reporting my own assaults, which were never recorded, which I was never offered like medication for. I don't take medication because I believe God heals me. God heals me. I've been healthy all my life. A hormonal imbalance is not something that is something millions of women, thousands of women from my country have, and we live all right. So it's nothing like bad. God sees. God sees. My good will be turned against me. Being a faithful servant of this country, this great country, I came here to work diligently with integrity, doing the right things. I will be involved in a criminal case I knew nothing of. I never imagined it would get to this point. That's why I'm pleading. I'm pleading on the justice system. Please help me. Someone that was lying would not go to all the steps I've gone through